I am so tired right now. If it's your first time on the channel, my name is Ryan. I'm a full-time reseller on sites like eBay and Poshmark. And today, I just wanted to kind of talk about, I guess, what's been going on. So for those of you actually following my channel, or if it's your first time, I just actually hired my nephew. He started on Tuesday. Today is just Wednesday. This is kind of a growth moment, kind of a scary moment, honestly. I feel like now I'm kind of responsible for someone. He didn't have a job at the time. He just moved from out of state here in the town, so he was looking for some work. And I said, well, you know, until maybe you can find something, I have an opportunity that can kind of help us both out. So I don't know if he's gonna stay long term or if this is just short term. So we're kind of just testing the waters here. So this is my very first employee. And also for the ones watching, we're like 1 or 2 weeks away from me being full-time 1 year. And I know in this video, I'm just gonna kind of talk about what it's like when you hire your first employee, I guess. So the first thing is training. I kind of forget how exhausting training someone can be. He lives across town currently. He doesn't have a car. That's a whole story. But he doesn't have a car right now or a driver's license, which I'm gonna help him get those eventually, hopefully. But my original thought when I was gonna hire him was like, hey, I really could use a picture taker. I want someone that can, you know, just take pictures and things like that. You know, because I really want to push that from, currently at 20 a day. You might hear cars behind me. I'm outside in the garage. My kids are playing in the house, and I just was like, you know what, I'm gonna make a quick video. But side note. But I was really wanting a picture taker. Like, that's what I was really kind of focused on, was like, I really want a picture taker. I want someone to take pictures. So I'm at 20 right now. I used to be at 30. I don't know why. I used to do 30 when I first started so easily. Like, it was easy to hit 30 when I first started, because I went from, when I was part-time, I did 10. Then I kind of pushed it up. When I really got serious about it, I pushed it to about 15. But on the weekends, I did 10. And then I did 30 through the week. When this is the moment I went full-time, I did 30 through the week, and I did 10 and 10 on the weekends. And that worked pretty good. But then I was kind of noticing, you know, I've gotten better about what I've picked up along the way. Obviously, I pick up way better stuff than I did a year ago, and that's just part of the learning process for me. So, but I was at 30 for the first few months, and then I don't know if it's just because I was really focused on the better inventory, which it could be. So I was only doing about 20 a day. And when I was doing 20 a day, I was getting kind of the same results. And actually, I was making more money because I was focusing so heavily on that $20 profit. And I still don't want to stray away from that too much. I just need to pick up kind of my knowledge more, I think. But also, now that I have someone, I might get some more bread and butter. I would just love to hit, you know, get to 50 listings a day. I mean, I'm kind of jealous. I think, who was it? Carrie at Home. She did a video where she was doing text challenge of one person waking up, sourcing 50 items, then listing 50 items. Man, that's a lot. I mean, it's doable, but it's a lot. For me, it's not really that possible. I mean, I guess it is, but the quality would just go down, in my opinion. Yes, I could go to different towns, like I could drive to Dallas, which is 4 hours away from me. I could go to Kansas City, which is 4 hours away from me. So, I mean, those are two pretty big areas to go sourcing, I think. I really want to try going to Dallas because it is so big. And, you know, I know there's a lot of resellers around the Dallas area. There's a lot of resellers around the Tulsa area. I mean, when you go to Goodwill, Salvation Army, they're the ones that are really keeping the places open. It's not, thrift stores aren't really for the people really needing clothes, I don't think, anymore, like it used to be. It used to be that way. And don't get me wrong, there's still people that go into Goodwills for, you know, buying a suit. I can't, you know, I remember buying my suit for my semi-formal at the Goodwill I go to, and I think I picked it up about 20 years, this is from 20 years ago, and I still go to that same Goodwill today, which is pretty crazy to think. But I think Goodwills now today are kind of more driven towards people that are going to try to flip it online for a profit. But training, it is, I know I keep going on sidetracks and everything, but that's just kind of what I do. I'll say training is actually, like, it's kind of easy, but it's hard at the same time. And you have to kind of remember that you're starting, especially someone that doesn't know anything about what we do, it's really kind of hard to explain, like, all right, these are the brands we look for. These are the brands we don't look for. So day one, my kind of expectations with them, we try to do the picture taking. And he was, you know, he did all right. He was doing probably, I mean, he was obviously slow, but I think everyone's kind of slow at it when you first start with kind of learning something. Obviously, I'm like, all right, well, it's better to hold the shirt this way to get like your pit to pit. Also, we're gonna measure from our shoulder blade down. For dress shirts, we're gonna measure our sleeves. For pants, we're gonna do, you know, your waist. We're gonna do your rise. We're gonna do your inseam. If they're bell bottoms or wide legs, we're gonna go ahead and do the width of the leg opening. So, and then also, I'm very big on presentation, like really big on presentation. Like, I want someone when they open their package that they open it up and it's like a really nice presentation. So I have a certain way, like I like to fold my clothes, so it kind of like bam, like it, you know, I get so many positive feedbacks on the presentation of the way the packages look, and I kind of take pride in that. I mean, that's one thing that I feel like helps me stand out, and that's, I'm starting to really get repeat buyers. And speaking of repeat buyers, I had a crazy thing. I just sold something that was, it said repeat buyer on eBay, and it was a Nike Kansas City Royals shirt. And I looked to see when, I guess, they purchased last. So they purchased this on March 17th. And then I seen their last purchase said March 18th. I'm like, how did it jump in the future? So they literally bought another Kansas City Royals Nike shirt almost a year apart from each other from my eBay store. I thought that was really cool. I mean, that kind of, it was interesting. I don't know. It was weird. But so him taking pictures, it takes a while. And also, I'm just so used to being in a cramped space because I'm using my office right now. So I'm just so used to like how my area, I don't have the slant board. I just have a table and a wall with a sheet and a hook. And then 2 stage lights. So I put the clothes on the hangers, hang them up. And, you know, I take a full body, then I usually take like a half body. Then I do like your pit to pit, and I take a picture of if you have a logo, you know, turn around, take a picture of the back, take a picture of your neck kind of size tag, take a picture of your material tag, things like that. And then also if there's any flaws. So I even had him like write them down, things like that, because, and I was seeing he was getting it, and he was getting faster with it. You know, I even kind of left him alone a little bit. So I'm not like, hovering over them. I don't want to be that kind of person, and I've never really been that kind of person. So he would just, I said, all right, take a picture of this, and I wouldn't input some entry data stuff. And then when he was done, he would just hand me the phone, give me the clear poly bag. I would look at the clear poly bag and make sure, the presentation's good. And then I would go through the phone and just kind of flip through the pictures he took to see if they kind of, they were to my standard, and for the most part, like sometimes they're like, hey, just you need to work on this. And I'm like, hey, you've totally forgot this. So, and I obviously knew like within the first day, he's not going to be perfect. I mean, I miss stuff all the time. There's some pictures on my phone right now that's missing like the first cover photo or a pit to pit or something like that. So I have to go back. So I'm not perfect, and I'm almost been doing this a year now. But I guess what kind of made me rethink the picture thing, which is still possible in the future. I have someone else that said they were interested in possibly doing pictures for me, so I might, and they would just be part-time, so I might try to reach out to them. I think their days off are like Wednesday and Thursdays, so even if I could get them on the Wednesday they're off and they can make a little side money, that could help. I think the biggest problem is, you're trusting, like for me, everything's out of my house right now. I would love to get a warehouse eventually, or even a 2-car garage, put it on the side of my house, and that kind of be a warehouse where they can go in and take pictures and stuff, where it's not really in my house. It's not like I really have a whole lot of, I guess, value. But, there are things, but I don't know. Having someone in your house all day that I guess if it's family, it's okay, but if it's someone you kind of know, it's like, you know what I mean? Unless you're there, I guess. Like if you were out, all right, well, they're taking pictures and I'm doing something else that's also there while they're there, I guess that's okay. But the whole reason I wanted a picture taker was someone taking pictures, and I can still go out sourcing. I could go out of town or things like that. So I think I've decided what I'm going to do with him, and we're going to see how it goes, because he actually lives pretty close to the Goodwill bins, and anyone that's watched these videos know that I don't last long at the Goodwill bins. I'm there an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I'm done. Also, the Tulsa Goodwill bins or outlet, not that good, honestly. So what I'm going to do, just to kind of start out, things can change in the future, I'm going to try to have him, and I even told him, there's not really a set time or anything. I'm going to have him at the Goodwill bins all day. As much as he wants. If he only wants to be there for 6 hours, he's there for 6 hours. If he's there, they open up at 9 a.m. and they close at 8 p.m. I hope he doesn't want to stay that long. But if he wants to, that's up to him. I know he's kind of just rebuilding things right now, so maybe he wants to. And I'm okay with that. So we kind of came to an agreement of what I'd pay him. I'm going to go ahead and do hourly. I was thinking about doing it all right, you just fill up the basket and I just pay you for what I think the basket's worth. I thought about doing it that way, but I think we're going to try an hourly rate. And I even told him, if you find, a complete, just great item, I'll give you a little bit more, because, I'll give you a bonus, is what I said to him. Because, if he finds a Detroit Carhartt jacket that looks just nice and I know I'm going to flip that, yeah, I'll give him a little bit off the top, just show appreciation. That's how you kind of keep employees and everything. So this is kind of a test run. So yesterday we kind of I think we actually started last week with this, honestly. We started, I think, last week of practicing pictures. On Tuesday, we went to the Goodwill bins, went to a couple of the thrift stores. Today, Wednesdays are a heavy day for me. So we hit up all the 2 Salvation Armies in my town, Then we went to 5 different Goodwills, and while I'm training them kind of the brands instead of just the pictures, that was kind of hard of, you know, kind of like when I first started, you seen these brands in the mall and you think they're good, like Express or Banana Republic or, you know, American Eagle. But those like modern brands, a lot of them aren't that good, and sometimes they'll do good in trends and styles, and it's kind of hard teaching that, especially when you've been doing it for a while. So one thing that we did is, because I really like to look for outdoor and Western wear. I don't know why, I really like to focus on that along with other brands. So we went to a place called Shields in where I live, and we went and kind of showed them like all these kind of expensive brands, Arc'teryx, Vuori, Chubbies. I even told him kinda, you know, he didn't even know what Patagonia was, which kind of blew my mind. Cotopaxi, Howler Brothers, I already said Arc'teryx, but you know, a lot of those kind of brands. I even told him, like, you know, Columbia is so-so, North Face can be so-so, but you know, go ahead and pick them up and we can go through it later. And then I took him to Bass Pro Shop to kind of go over some of the brands we don't pick up. You know, we're not picking this up, but this is okay. You know, we're picking up the Ariat. Went through the boots to kind of look at, because I even told him I don't really do shoes too much unless they're kind of that outdoor kind of style. And we went out through like the Keens. They even had like Travis Matthews at Shields, and you know, just different brands like that. I don't do many shoes, so we didn't spend too much time with the shoes, but I wanted him to at least know what Hoka was. I wanted him to know what Brooks was, On Cloud. You know, I wanted him to kind of see the logos and everything, so if he gets familiar with them. So it's going to be a learning process. This is only really the second day, I guess really the third day of training. We did like a part day last week, just to see if he'd even want to do anything in this business. But Tuesday was officially like, I'm paying him. So Tuesday was his start day. He's worked today. Tomorrow is going to be his first day that I'm actually picking him up, and I'm going to be taking him to the Goodwill bins, dropping him off, leaving him there, and meeting up with the afternoon. So we'll definitely see what he picks up, and hopefully I can update you guys and see how it goes. So if you made it this far in the video, I do appreciate you. Please give it a like. If you like this video, please comment below if you happen to have any employees, and kind of what did they do for you? Do they take pictures? Do they source for you? Or are you even considering having employees at any point? Or do you just want to be a solo business? Or do you have a partnership business? I see a lot of different couples do this together. Or I see some people, they have their kids with them helping them source. So let me know in the comments. And please subscribe if you're not already subscribed to catch more content like this. We'll see you next time. Bye.